This is really blurry. That's kind of sad. This is a fancy webcam. Well, I don't know how this works. I'm just kind of trying this out. What I thought I'd do is answer some mychart questions and just do it on here and talk and see if this is interesting for people or if you learn something. So, and when I switch over to mychart, it's all white. Does that look weird? I guess it's just lit up a little bit. All right. So I don't know, will this automatically save to YouTube? If I do a bunch of talking, is this gonna save so it's worthwhile, or will it disappear? I guess we'll see. This will just be our pilot. So here we go. Let's see this first one. Oh, this guy's got a stomach/abdomen issue. They've been occurring randomly over several years. Abdominal comfort. All right, yeah. Really with abdominal pain, there's so many possible things it could be that he would really need to come in and see me. So I'm going to say, yeah, it would be best if you came in so we can figure out how best to help. All right. And this person went to an urgent care, diagnosed with an upper respiratory infection, was given meds. So still symptomatic after being appropriately treated at urgent care. Looks like she was treated appropriately, an oral steroid, Mucinex, Flonase, Advil, antibiotics. So really they kind of threw everything at her. So she really should come in and see me, just so I can make sure there's not something else that's developed. But yeah, they really did treat you with everything they could. Let's try to get you in the office. I've turned on subscribers only mode. So if you're a subscriber, you can send a question here in the chat. But who's going to log on at 2:45 in the afternoon to some random live stream experiment? I don't know, but you're welcome to come along if you want. Let's keep going. Okay, this person had been on Manjaro for her diabetes and weight loss, and she has reached a good dose that is suppressing her appetite and controlling her blood sugar, so she likes to stay there and needs some refills. A lot of times I like to max people out or get as high of a dose as they can tolerate on these kind of meds, just for greatest efficacy for weight loss and blood sugar. But given that she's comfortable where she is, I'm happy with keeping her on this lower dose. So we'll go with that. And I'll just put, sounds like a plan. Refill sent. This patient has a couple of questions. She's got a flare-up of GERD. Oh, she wants a prescription for that. That's okay. She sees me in a month anyway, so I'm happy to send that in. Also having worsening migraines. Yeah, she would like a referral. I'm not excited about sending people to specialists because I like to fix things myself, but when you've thrown everything at somebody and they're still not getting a relief, you kind of have to bite the bullet sometimes. So I'll place the referral for her. So refill the PPI, proton pump inhibitor, that's called, like omeprazole or Prilosec. And we'll have a neurology office call her because migraines are annoying. I've never had one myself, but I treated enough patients that I can absolutely sympathize with their pain. All right. So GERD and migraine. So Prilosec and referral sent. Is anybody watching this right now? I don't even know how to tell. There should be a way to see that, right? I've been live for almost 6 minutes. Yeah, I wish there was more data here, but this is just our pilot, so we'll see. We'll see how it looks later. Feet physical. Okay. So sometimes patients need to have a physical exam before a procedure. This patient was going to get an MRI and she had a physical that I did. I documented, got the note done, but they told her it wasn't within 30 days. So they're making her do another whole physical before they let her get her imaging done, which is really worthless. And it's not the patient's fault. So we're gonna have to try to get her in. Needs a repeat physical. So do we need to find a place to get you in soon? It's just, I hate that for her. Okay, so this patient is a very healthy young female who is eating healthy, trying to be active, and her cholesterol is worsening. And her LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, is now over 160. And that's kind of the threshold that we want to keep everybody under. And she's asking what else she can do. So trying to minimize the carbs you eat while maximizing unsaturated fats like salmon, nuts, olive oil, avocado, and increasing exercise are the best ways to improve those numbers. Adding fish oil may also help. So we'll see how that goes. This patient was having these episodes of episodic lightheadedness, and we did some blood work, and her hemoglobin A1C came back less than 4.3? Now, generally you want less than 4.2. Generally you want the lowest A1C possible because that means you got good glucose control, but your organs need glucose to function. So you have to have some blood sugar. And I've never seen a hemoglobin A1C under 4.2. Normally a pretty good level is around 5. 6.5 and above is diabetes. So at less than 4.2, she has to be having some low readings, some hypoglycemic episodes. And I wonder if those are causing her episodic lightheadedness episodes. She didn't really want to check her blood sugars, so she kind of wants to see what cardiology says. But I wonder if there's something to these sugars, so we're going to probably have to stay on top of that. So I'll just say, keep me updated on what cardiology says. All right, what else we got? Okay, this person's been on Zolpidem, which is a medication for sleep. It's doing nothing at max dose, only getting 2 to 3 hours of sleep a night. He's asking about Lunesta, which is a cousin medication. Oh, boy, I don't know. So zolpidem is Ambien, and he's asking about trying Lunesta. Well, Lunesta is very similar to Ambien. I'm not really confident it will offer much more efficacy. We likely need to get a sleep specialist involved. Again, I don't like referring, but we've tried max dose of a pretty hefty sleep aid, so there's got to be something else going on. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to diagnose and treat that. May I place a referral? Well, we will see. Patient just went to the ER with a hand laceration. Oh, man. So I know how to treat those. It's just I don't have the time or the equipment anymore to suture a laceration. It's just we do them so infrequently, it's just really not practical to keep all sorts of suture material in the office. So I hate for when patients have to go to the ER, but that's probably a good idea. All right, that person's thanking me for the muscle relaxer I sent in for him. Hopefully that helps. He sees me in another week. What's this guy going on? He had a shingles vaccine. Oh, it's just a vaccine question. All right. This person's diagnosed with COVID. Been sick for a week and a half. Still has a cough. Oh, so basically, persistent symptoms with COVID. She's wondering if it's developing into a sinus infection or what. You can get those kind of symptoms with COVID, and it can last for a long time. Sure, you can have a superimposed bacterial infection like a sinus infection on top of COVID, but I bet it's just the COVID still causing inflammation and mucus and all of that. So it sounds like you're just having persistent symptoms with the COVID. Try to stay hydrated, get rest. If these symptoms haven't changed into next week, though, give me an update. Because then maybe we do consider a superimposed bacterial infection that we'd need to treat. All right, how's that? 13 minutes in. Oh, I need to use a light ring. Yeah, I know. I could do this. Let's see how this goes. Whoa, how's that? Oh, there we go. So that makes it a lot clearer. Huh. That's better, huh? You can see my kid or my kids. There's my kids. You can see where I went to school. I was trying to hide those because I don't want people to stalk me. But there we go. Yeah, a little bit of light. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate that. See, I like living in the dark in here because it's just too light. We got these bright lights, these fluorescent bulbs or whatever that like can really make your eyes go crazy. But yeah, that is a lot better. Very good. All right, so now that there's light in here, let's do another question. All right, so this patient had a miscarriage. Oh. So understandably, mood is worsened. She was seeing psychiatry, but can't get in for refills. Okay. I'm happy to take that over. That's the cool thing about being family medicine like I am, is that if you've got a bunch of specialists, managing things. I can still manage a lot of that. I can take over a lot of medications, or I can fill the gap in treatment if you can't get a hold of your specialist for a refill. That's what's really cool. Whereas like psychiatry can't be filling your blood pressure pills or your diabetes medication, but I can take over a lot of that stuff for people. So that's pretty cool. And if you have a horrifying thing like a miscarriage happen, you know, the least I can do is help you out by getting you back on your medicines for your mood. We dealt with that in our family a couple of times, and it's not a good situation. All right. Well, I think that's it for now. I've kind of maybe worked out the bugs on this. I kind of know how it works now. I'm going to end the stream, and I'm going to see if this uploads automatically to YouTube or not, just because I have no experience with this and I'm too lazy to look it up. I'd rather try it out, you know, trial and error type of thing. I'm that kind of a guy. So maybe we'll do this again. Throw a like up if this was useful, just me talking about random topics based on my chart messages, and maybe I'll do this again. I tried to do one of these before, and I actually read the messages word for word, and I got some feedback from a family member that maybe that wasn't ideal because somebody might be upset that somebody knew that it was their mychart message or whatever. I don't know. So I put that video on private. But this type of thing, if I just kind of like give generalities, then it might be useful for people. So there we go. Have a great weekend, everybody. See you next time.